You ever notice how the minute you hit 55, everyone starts acting like you've entered witness protection for your career? They whisper, they tiptoe, they start asking questions like, "So, are you just relaxing now? Like you've been working 40 straight years just to take up professional sitting?" People hear the word retirement and suddenly think you're going to spend the rest of your days reorganizing the fridge and talking to plants. But what nobody tells you is that your kitchen, the same kitchen where you've been perfecting your secret cookie recipe for decades, might be the most profitable room in your house. And not because you finally found that Tupperware lid from 1986. No, because of something called cottage food laws. Now, I know what you're thinking. Cottage food laws. Is that when squirrels open restaurants? No.
What are cottage foods? Well, they're foods that come from a cottage. If you ain't got a cottage, you can't do it. Just kidding. Cottage foods is a way for you to make money from your own kitchen. So you can bake, cook, do nuts, do spices, do spice blends, do all kinds of things depending on your state. Some states allow you to raise rabbits and sell the meat. So I have a daughter that does it. There's a whole ton of things you can do.
Cottage food laws are the rules that let regular people create and sell food from their home kitchens. And for people 55 and older, this is one of the funniest, easiest, most surprisingly profitable second-act careers you could ever imagine. It's like discovering you've been sitting on buried treasure, and the treasure tastes amazing with butter. But you won't believe what you're actually allowed to sell. And that is where things get interesting. So here's the wild part. You can legally sell baked goods, jams, jellies, pickles, candies, granola, spice mixes, and more right out of your own kitchen. And every state has its own rules. Some states say yes to pickles, others say absolutely not to pickles, but give a warm embrace to muffins. It's like every state legislature sat down and said, how can we confuse people while also making them just a little hungry?
I sold 70 plates yesterday and made $1,100, not including tips.
That is a lot of food.
Proud of myself.
I'm proud of you too. I mean, that is a lot of food. She sold 70 plates for $1,400, not including the tip. $20 a plate? Food margins are high. She made shrimp and pasta. I mean, the shrimp probably cost her a lot. Shrimp, pasta, and bacon. She probably put the cheap bacon in there. Somebody said, congrats. Your captions are yelling at me. Yeah, 70 plates for $1,400. That's just ridiculous.
And the foods they allow you to sell are hilarious. You can bake a loaf of bread and sell it to a stranger, but if you put cream cheese on it, suddenly you're a criminal mastermind. You can make the best chocolate chip cookies in the world, but if you drizzle a little homemade caramel on top, somebody's calling the food police. It's like they trust you, but not that much. Sure, you can sell a cherry pie, just don't let that pie get too ambitious. The best part is how simple the process usually is. In many states, all you need is a quick online food safety course and a label. That's it. Meanwhile, people think starting a business requires mountains of paperwork and a 3-hour lecture from someone named Cheryl. But cottage food laws keep it simple because the whole point is letting everyday people make money with the skills they already have.
One of the main concerns about starting a cottage food freeze-drying business is that most cottage food laws in each state require you to put your home address on the labels of your bags that you're going to sell. Your home address is very concerning, and it was for me. So how I got around this is on my website, I created a non-public landing page. That means something that's not in the navigation, it's not on your homepage, but it is a page that is living and breathing on the internet. Now you're gonna put that as a hyperlink on your contact page. So when someone goes there who doesn't need to know where your home address is, it says something like, hey, we operate out of our home, our direct location is located here. That here is hyperlinked to that page that has your home address.
And if you're 55 or older, you've got something way more powerful than a commercial kitchen. You've got experience and seasoning, literally and figuratively. But once you discover what you're allowed to sell, the real fun begins. Everybody has that one recipe in the family. The legendary one. The one your kids ask for every holiday. The one your sister claims she invented, even though you know she got it from the back of a cereal box in 1978. Every family has a food celebrity. And if you're over 55, there's a good chance that celebrity is you. People love buying food that feels like it came from somebody's childhood. Nostalgia is the #1 flavor in America. You think people buy jam because they need jam? No. They buy jam because it reminds them of being 8 years old and sneaking into the pantry when nobody was looking.
A day in the life of a cottage baker. Here I am, preparing to leave for my pop-up bakery at Savory Spice Shop. And here we are, myself and my daughter, all set up at the shop. We had a very successful day, and we actually sold out for Oktoberfest.
They buy cookies because it reminds them of a grandmother who always had flour on her apron and absolutely no sense of portion control. And that's the beauty of turning your recipe into a business. You're not just selling food. You're selling memories. You're selling family history. You're selling the feeling people get when they say, "This tastes just like my aunt used to make." And the best part is you've been perfecting these recipes for decades. Who else has that kind of quality control? Your grandchildren. They're the toughest food critics on earth. If they tell you, "Grandma, these cookies are good," that is a certified Michelin star. Pricing your food becomes simple. You factor in ingredients, time, packaging, and add a dash of confidence. People will pay for quality, especially when they know a real person made it. Not a giant machine in a warehouse run by a guy named Tim who keeps losing his hairnet.
So that's a great question. What you should expect is they're going to examine any room that you are storing your food. So let's say, for instance, you're storing your food in a little storage area that's not in the kitchen. They're going to want to inspect that. They're also going to inspect your refrigerator, make sure it's adequate temperature, and make sure that the way you have your food stored is safe. So if you have any meats, raw meats stored at the top, that could drip down to your ready-to-eat foods at the bottom. That's a big no-no, and you'll learn that in your food safety training course.
And once your recipe is ready, your kitchen becomes your headquarters. But the real stage is waiting outside your front door. If you have never sold food at a farmer's market as a person over 55, prepare yourself. This is not a booth. This is a performance. Farmers markets are the most entertaining places on earth. You've got the honey guy with the beard who looks like he wrestles bears on weekends. You've got the woman selling soap shaped like vegetables. You've got people pretending they're just browsing, even though this is their third lap past the cookie table. And then there's you, the booth with the foods people actually want to eat. Fresh bread, real jam, pickles that snap like they're auditioning for a commercial. And you know who dominates these markets, the 55-plus crowd, every time. Because young people bake for Instagram.
Texas cottage food law. Do I have to put the ingredients on my label? You can if you want. It's not required, but you do have to list any major allergens that may be in your product.
Older people bake for taste. There is a difference. Setting up a booth is simple. Nice tablecloth, clear signs, samples. Trust me on the samples. People pretend they don't want to commit to buying a jar, but once they taste your strawberry jam, they're pulling out their wallet faster than a magician pulling scarves out of his sleeve. The farmer's market is a community. People come back every week. They bring friends. They tell stories. They brag about your recipes like they discovered you themselves. And before you know it, you've become a local sensation. But first, you've got to survive one of the most intimidating parts of the journey. If you've ever tried to read the back of a food label after age 55, you know it's basically a vision test. The text is 2 sizes above microscopic. You need sunlight, glasses, and maybe a magnifying glass just to see the ingredient list.
what I love about cottage food, and not all products are going to qualify for this, but one thing I love about it is it allows you to just kind of tiptoe into entrepreneurship, right? To see if this is really for you and to test it out, prove the concept, see if there is a market for what you want to create. And not everybody needs to have a giant business or wants to have that. I'm actually not an advocate for everybody trying to be that next big thing.
I swear some labels should come with a flashlight. But cottage food labeling is actually simple. You list the ingredients in order of weight. You highlight any allergens. You put your name, your address, and a little phrase that says, "Made in a home kitchen." It's honest. It's straightforward. It's the least dramatic legal requirement you'll ever deal with. Packaging is where you can have fun. You don't need fancy branding. You just need it to look clean, organized, and appealing. A simple jar with a nice label beats a flashy package every time. People aren't buying your jam because the label looks like a superhero movie poster. They buy it because it looks like you made it with care. And because it tastes good. Mostly because it tastes good. But here's the twist most people don't expect.
Can you sell spices from home in Florida? Well, as a matter of fact, you can. Under Florida's cottage food laws, spices and seasoning blends is an item that you can start from home as a small business. And guess what? It only gets better. Why? Because you have no license, no inspection, and no training required from the Department of Agriculture, and you can sell up to $250,000 of product a year from your home.
Starting a cottage food business is one of the lowest cost businesses in America. The biggest expense you'll have is probably sugar, and maybe jars. Jars are like socks. You buy 20, and somehow by the end of the month, you're missing 7. I don't know where they go. Maybe the same place Tupperware lids disappear to. Most people start with under $200. Some start with $50. And the return is incredible. If you sell a loaf of homemade bread for $8 and it costs you $1 to make, you're basically running a bakery with an 87% profit margin. Name one other business that does that. You can't. Even lemonade stands envy this kind of math. Many states have yearly sales caps. Some allow up to $20,000. Others go up to $75,000 or more.
So if you have a home-based food business, some states actually restrict the use of having pets. When I make a product that I'm going to sell from cottage food at local farmers markets or local events, wherever it may be, some states restrict pets having them in the area that you actually make them. And then some actual states allow you to have the pets, but you need to put them away or put them out of the reach in the area in which you're going to make the food product. Multiple states, believe it or not, they actually require you to have your pet in another secluded room, or while you're producing the homemade cottage food product, making sure that they are nowhere near that actual area in which you're going to be making it.
And if you ever want to expand, you can move into a commercial kitchen later. But most people don't even need that. They're happy running a flexible, fun, community-friendly business right from home. And once your food starts finding its audience, something entertaining begins to happen. Every town has its characters. The dog walker with the neon vest, the guy who mows the lawn at 6 a.m. every Saturday, and soon, you, the bread lady, the cookie guy, the jam person who knows exactly how much sugar is too much sugar. When you're 55 or older, fame hits differently. It's comfortable. It's local. You're not getting chased by paparazzi. You're getting stopped by neighbors saying, "Are you bringing the blueberry muffins next week?" And honestly, that's better.
That I wish I could have done differently when I was first starting my cottage food bakery. I wish that I could have started my email list and website sooner. That independent web presence or connection with your client, I like to look at it as the same thing. It's basically building contacts for yourself. So you can generate leads through your website, and then as people visit your website, maybe you can embed like your email list in it, collect emails. That way you fully own the contacts that you collect.
People start ordering from you regularly. They bring your food to parties. They give it as gifts. Suddenly, you're part of the culture of your community. You're not just selling food, you're making people's days brighter one jar at a time. And with cottage food laws expanding across the country, selling from home, selling online within your state, and building a customer base has never been easier. It's the perfect combination of fun, flexibility, creativity, and a little extra income. But the biggest surprise of all is what this opportunity represents. People think turning 55 means you're winding down. But cottage food businesses prove the exact opposite. This is reinvention. This is creativity. This is you turning your kitchen into a launch pad for a whole new chapter of life. You're not slowing down. You're speeding up in a whole new direction.
Did you know that as a treat maker, you have to follow a certain set of rules in your state? They are known as cottage laws. This is the absolute first thing you should do when starting a treat business, a dessert business, anything that sells food or anything for consumption. You are going to want to look at your state's cottage laws. And it is so important that you really research this and look into your states, because some states require that you have different permits, different certifications. Other states are more lenient.
Your recipes have history. Your cooking has experience built in. And your sense of humor, your personality, your stories, your years of practice in that kitchen give you something no young entrepreneur can copy. Authenticity. If you've ever dreamed of doing something meaningful, fun, social, and flexible in your next chapter, this is it. Check your state's cottage food laws. Pick your best recipe. Start small. Test it at a local market. Watch how fast people fall in love with something you've been making for years. Because you're not entering a quiet phase. You're entering your second act, and it might just be the tastiest one yet.